Hi, I'm Isabella Bodecker, a co-managing editor for North Point, and I'm here to introduce the Dean of Culture and Community, Mr. Johnson.
Hi, everybody.
So, Mr. Johnson, can you share a little bit about your journey in education and what brought you here?
Yeah, so for the last 5 years, I've been a social studies teacher. I've also been the boys varsity basketball coach for the last 3 years, and I just thought that this would be a great kind of step into like what I'm looking to do next year. I'm going back to school right now for athletic administration, so I think this being the dean of students is just kind of the next step for me, and I wanted to fill a role that I think that I can really help out the school, so that's what I chose to do.
For sure. What does your day look like daily?
So it's just, I mean, it's kind of, it's a lot like teaching, is where every single day is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Kind of like the day-to-day stuff is what I do is mostly handle like a lot of attendance and like behavior issues, but also at the same time, like my job is to, like right now, myself and Mr. Morawski, we're forming like the culture and community team here, to where we're trying to get students to buy in and be a part of this team and help share in like our school practices. So that's something that we got in the works right now too.
Yeah, cool. What is something important to you that you do outside of school?
Coaching basketball for sure is definitely my main passion. I think with coaching has made me a better teacher, and being a teacher has made me a better coach, and I think coaching has also kind of set a foundation of where I know how to have those hard conversations with kids, and at the same time, like coaching is also, and teaching too, has made me care about the student as an individual too.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of helped me in my role as dean too.
Definitely. How would you define student culture?
So culture is something, I like to say, like it's something that you feel, kind of like when you walk into the building. Being a part of like a healthy culture is you see kids buying in every day. It's being a part of something that's a little bit bigger than yourself, helping kids find like who they are and like what it means to be a Nordsman, right? Like making sure kids are engaged, having fun, and bought into the learning environment that we're trying to provide here too. So just culture, you can feel it, and it's something that everybody wants to be a part of.
Yes, definitely. What experience has shaped your approach to fostering that student culture at North?
So again, I think just as far as the culture building, I think one of my biggest strengths as a teacher is that I think I was a pretty well respected teacher for the last 5 years. I think being a teacher has definitely helped me kind of like foster those different relationships, and how, I mean, every time when I was teaching, I always thought the most important thing was building a classroom culture first, right? Because obviously learning is important, but if you don't have relationships with kids, if you don't build a culture, and that goes the same thing when I'm coaching too, if I don't know my players, if I don't establish like a healthy culture and a healthy team environment, then it's going to be really hard to do my job. So that's the first thing, is establishing that culture.
I agree. And like as the new dean, do you have like a specific vision for this new student culture?
So just, I mean, I thought again, like Mr. Shumnell did an awesome job. The dean role was pretty new. It's only, this is the 3rd year that the dean role has kind of been put in place here. So Mr. Shumnell laid a great foundation for me, and obviously I work with him very closely to continue that foundation, but I still have different ideas too. Mr. Morawski and I continue to work on things. We want to do more of the culture kind of community team that from last year. I know it was hard for them to meet a couple times, so we're trying to do more things and get more kids involved so that we can continue to make North what it is and make it a great place.
Yeah. So what is like a specific change that you hope to implement?
I think some of the specific changes is again, like I'm trying to work closer with like admin, with the athletic director, the new athletic director, Mr. Ellis too, and just bring some more, just kind of like fun initiatives to North too. Like I know a lot of you guys really want like the Powder Puff game back, and like I'm hoping to be like a big part of trying to help you guys get that back. There's other things that Ms. Morawski and I have brainstormed. We want to start doing we did the tardy competition during homecoming week, and we're working on an initiative right now to where we're going to do a random tardy competition, to where we're going to like pull names out of a hat one day, and we'll randomize and see what class, depending on what period, has the least amount of tardies, and we're working on like trying to make a prize for that. So
that'll be super fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's the most surprising thing that you've learned from students over the years in your different positions? So
I think in general, like what it all comes back down to is kids just they want somebody to talk to, right? Like they want someone to talk to. They want to know that you're there for them, that you care for them. So I think the most part, in what Mr. Shumnell told me, his advice that he gave me, what my mentor teachers many years ago gave me when I first started teaching, is build relationships. Like that's the most important thing. Obviously learning is extremely important, but the thing that surprised me the most is kids just want to listen and they just want someone to talk to and they want to know you too. I think the best classes that I've taught throughout the years, they didn't just know me as like Mr. Johnson, but they got to know me as a person throughout too. And it always built a better environment in my classroom, and it's what I'm trying to hope here as dean too.
For sure. And what are you looking the most forward to as the new dean?
I mean, so far, it's definitely been interesting being out of the classroom and stepping into this role. But something that I'm really working on and trying to do more of is trying to get to know like the freshmen a little bit more intentionally. Like I'm used to teaching freshmen and sophomores and seeing you guys kind of grow up throughout the years after I let you go as freshmen and sophomores. But right now, I'm really trying hard to get to know them, figure out what they like, get to know them through basketball and just whatever interests, and try and help them be more of a part of our culture and our community from the very start so that they can find their place in North and find who they want to be.
Yeah, that's super important. Thank you so much for joining us on this segment. I'm Isabella Bodecker signing off with Mr. Johnson. Stay tuned for future segments.